The Selle SMP saddles are a great saddle design. They change the primary contact area from your groin to your buttocks. This works well for both men and women. However, they have a design that's pretty obvious with an advantage to most men. They also have a sloped nose. This is extremely helpful for riders that sit and stand a lot, like mountain biking. I've personally used this saddle on my mountain bike, and it has literally kept me from quitting the sport. All the SMP saddles have the same basic design and shape. What the big difference is the width, the padding, the material weight, and the price. So let's compare the various specific men's models. The prices I'm showing are not from the manufacturer or any specific seller in general. They're simply a quick Google search for price plus shipping totals with a delivery destination of South Florida, USA, in the year 2012 for March. Some of the prices are also for 2011 models, and the actual prices are likely to vary for you depending on your location. For riders like me, on mountain bikes, we want a few different things. We want lightweight, a narrow width, which makes it easy to drop behind the seat for hills and jumps, and padding to help with the bumps on the trail. The top two models are the TRK and the Extra. With those, the weights are both 395 grams. They are the heaviest of the bunch. The widths are 160 millimeters and 140 millimeters. They both have paddings, and you can find them for underneath $100. The width of the TRK is a little bit wide at 160 millimeters, which makes it a little bit difficult, or you could actually get some thigh rubbing when you drop behind the seat. But beyond that, though, the TRK is a great base model, and you can certainly get into it probably for around $60 or $70 if you shop around. The next pricing range, I've broke it down into padding and non-padding. As you can see, there's quite a few that are within that $200 to $250 range, which makes that Stratus and the Evolution models primarily the ones that you would likely to look at. They're 250 and 230 grams respectively, with 131 millimeters in width and 129. And essentially, because the pricing is very similar to the others in that same range, you may want to look at those first before deciding to go with something like a Plus or an Avent. The last set here are the ones that do not have any padding. Essentially, there are three that are still within the $200 to $250 range. Once you get below the 199 gram mark, that's when the price goes up again. You'll see the $300 for the carbon, and then of course $450 for carbon light, and the full carbons start at $550. At this point, you're going extremely super lightweight and super thin on the width. And as long as padding is not a problem, these are likely to be in your area of interest. Beyond that, I highly recommend a serious look at the SMP saddles. They are certainly well worth the purchase.